I recently bought myself a box straight from 2009 based on Apple technologies. It's a Mac Mini 3.1 and it cost me only $58 or 1650 hryvnias. Despite its advanced age and roots of origin, this computer has very outstanding characteristics for its age. Here we have 2 cores, 4GB and a gaming GPU. You may ask me, why the hell did I buy it? But it's obvious, to play Cyberpunk with ray tracing enabled. I hope you have guessed how I will run modern games. Before starting to play Pong on this box, which mind you already plays it without my participation, I decided to take a look at its rich inner world. But I didn't find a single screw on the bottom of the cover of this supercomputer. There are no bolts anywhere, and as I understand it, I cannot do without alternative tools. For some reason, Apple decided that they don't need any screws around the perimeter of the case, and I will have to get my little friend with a spatula. Well, the cover is off, it's made with aluminum. Before shooting everything on camera, I already disassembled it once in order to find out what difficulties I might encounter. And at all I realized that everything is not that complicated. There are only 4 screws around the perimeter, disable the cable for the drive, and the top of the box can be removed. We have 2 laptop modules of the memory, 2GB each. Surprisingly, there is not as much dust as I would like to see. We move on. This is what happens when you use crooked hands instead of tools and an ass instead of head. And yes, I will not even try to fix this, it works fine without it. The power button wire was more fortunate. Then I unscrewed the screw and took the board out of the case, but I don't think I need to show you how I suffered when removing the heatsinks from the board. After removing all the clips, I found out that radiators were firmly attached to the crystals. It was hard. I don't know what kind of crap Apple used as a thermal paste, but it hardened like a stone. I even regretted that I got here, because the computer temperatures were acceptable, but since I am in it, I will do everything in a normal way. With the help of alcohol and cotton swabs, I managed to scrape off all the abrasive from all crystals. For some reason, I thought that the CPU here is removable, but I made a mistake in the Mac model, since this one is silk. The worst thing for me was the removal and installation of the temperature sensor wire, and it's not unreasonable, because if it's torn, then the fan will spin like crazy. I smeared thermal paste on the crystal as much as I feel sorry for. But now we need to collect all the components back. We remove the hard drive, we can't remove it so easily, so we need to remove the unnecessary part first. This, by the way, is the most difficult area in this computer, since there are most of the screws. Instead of this wretched Hitachi, I will put SSD armed with the Windows stand. To begin with, I will simply assemble the computer to the working condition. I connect all the wires necessary to work and start the computer. Well, as you can see, Windows 10 started on it, but look at the temperature of the MCP. This is the chipset temperature sensor. The first time I turned the computer on, I didn't understand what happened. After 10 minutes of operation, the fan seemed to be possessed by a demon. This is the reason. If you turn the computer with Windows, the voltage of the node bridge is 100 mV higher than if you launch the computer with macOS. Do you see 900 mV here? And in Windows there is already a 12 volt and 13 mV, which provokes a rapid increase in temperatures of the node bridge and video card. After all, as I understand, all this is soldered on one crystal. Oh, is that a plane? The fan spins up to 5000 rounds per minute. There is no desire, no time to decide how to lower the voltage here. There is no bias on Macs, so I will just turn off the SSD and put the HDD back. I found out that without temperature sensor for hard drive, the fan also works to its fullest. The first time I turned on the computer without this sensor, I thought it would fly to the United States of America on this fan. At first I was even scared, but soon it dawned to me that this was due to the lack of the temperature sensor. In general, I put everything back while spending 70% of nerve cells of mine. After putting the aluminum cover, I started the computer. Do you think it turns on so quickly? No, I sped up the process by 8 times. Finally, in general, what about the performance? The box doesn't show 60 frames on Full HD, but at 25 or 30 frames works quite well. Okay, what about cloud gaming then? For example, Cyberpunk, and oh my god, 690 people in queue. And this, please note, on a premium account. Well, fuck it, I will come later. The Witcher has 700 people. In general, after waiting in queue for a while, I still managed to enter the game. It remains now to figure out how to mine Bitcoin on their servers. This time I launched the game with the program, not with the browser like in the previous time, and it seems that the program determines the poor hardware on which the broadcast is going on. The game is broadcast on the Mac in HD resolution and it doesn't allow me to set the higher settings. But I tried to run these games on my mighty 19Z and the program allowed me to set the Full HD settings. It looks like the program optimizes the broadcast on the hardware of your computer. Excuse me, I recorded on the camera 25 frames per second and I only noticed it when I interrupted the recording. So you will not see more than 25 frames here, but it feels like 40 to 50 frames are present in the game. There are of course some problems, and this problem is my shitty internet. For high quality cloud gaming you need at least 100 megabit wired internet, and with my 40 megabit internet I can only play normally at night. What else can I say about this box? I really liked it. Well, I spent lots of nerves and money, unfortunately they cannot be returned, but damn it, it was worth it. As for getting to know the macOS, it's not bad choice. On the SSD this system would be really great, but I'm too lazy to put it on it. It's not really suitable for cloud gaming because the resolution is only HD. Of course you can set Full HD if you will play with the browser, but there will not be 60 frames. This is the first problem, and the second problem is that it seemed for me that there are more delays if you're using browser. This box cost me only $58, not for a new one, for a used one. I hope you understand this. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, it is very important, and comment it. Thank you for watching, goodbye.